My exile from the land of Giga has finally expired. And thank God it did, because we got some work to do. Welcome back to the Giga Hall. This is episode 8, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be continuing this series after a 3 to 4 month drought without a single episode. We got a whole bunch of stuff to unbox here, lots of exciting stuff, some of which is already out and about, so you can look at it visually and get all excited and then speculate upon what's inside the mystery boxes. I don't even know what's in half these things. I just order stuff and it comes and we'll see what I get. But yeah, there's a perfectly good reason why I haven't uploaded one of these in about 4 months. And some of you smart, intelligent people out there probably know what that is. It's pretty simple, actually. I was in college during the time that Giga Halls were released. And in fact, 7 episodes of the Giga Hall, that's quite a bit for being in school just for a couple months in that spring semester when I started doing it. And basically, I'd come home every 3 to 4 weeks from school to check in with the folks, and my mom would put all my boxes in my room. I'd open the door, as you see in all the intros, and be like, whoa, look at all that stuff. Let's make a haul video on it. That just makes sense. It sounds like a fun thing to do. And so that was the conception of the Giga Hall. But while I'm home from school this summer, I'm living here every day. I get the packages and I open them up. Now, maybe that's just because I'm anxious. I should have let them accumulate. But either way, some of the stuff I needed to open, do videos on and all that good stuff. But now I'm back in school and I came home for the weekend already. I know I came home super early this time, but due to special circumstances, I am here. We got stuff to open, and enough rambling, enough rumbling. Let's get right into it here with a couple customs from Jim Scavenger, both of which are very, very gorgeous metallic blue. So you have this Texas T custom stock car here. Now, I don't want to show it too much because I already have a full video recorded for this guy. That's right, that is why he is already out of the box, because I did a full video on him already. So you'll be able to see that in the next couple weeks here. I'm going to probably let some of the on-the-road hype die down once all those episodes come out, and then we'll get back to some of these more normal custom videos that you guys are used to, including this custom metallic Fernando Alonso. You guys might remember in May of 2020, I did a review on the regular custom from Jim Scavenger, and now you have a metallic one, which is even cooler. So I might do a video on him as well. Not really sure, because it is just like a metallic variation, but it has been a while since we've talked about Fernando, and he's a very popular character. So I might do a video on him as well. We'll see how it goes. Now, we got these singles here, and you guys may or may not know that they should attract your attention. Like, it's not just any random singles. They are from the elusive 2022 singles case J, which has evaded most collectors over the last few months, especially since it first came out in mid-July, and it was basically exclusive to Greece. I don't know what store in Greece, but only a couple people reported finding it there, and they were the only ones to have it. They had a monopoly on Case J. Now, this is the case with Bertha Butterswagen, Rebney Griante, Dana Crankoff, Thailand release of Bling Bling McQueen. You have Kabuto in there as well. Yellow Hydraulic Remote. Okay, so it's a great, great case. And yeah, it was exclusive to Greece for a long while. Then a reseller like Get Me Collectibles, not him, but like Get Me Collectibles, got it in the United States. Only got a few. Didn't even post it online. He only sold it privately, so there's that. But at least it kind of hit the US. Then you get Fred Meyer's, which is like a grocery store related to Kroger in the United States, getting cases of Case J. Fortunately, those are full cases, so you get Bertha and Dana. But Walmart's here in the United States also got in Case J. However, we know 2022, we know what Walmart does in 2022. What is that? They get reduced cases. Instead of the usual 24 per case, they get 12 cases because, I don't know, they're stupid. Doesn't make any sense to me, especially because the contents actually misfavor them. Like, if the contents had all the good stuff in it, I maybe understand, but cases A through J, the reduced cases, excuse my language, but they've been crap. Legit, they've been bad because they don't always include the new release. Now, all right, example, J with VR headset, that's case F. Good job, Walmart. Your 12 count case has J with VR headset, but not so good job, Walmart. Your 12 count reduction case J does not have Bertha, does not have Dana. At least it does have Revni Griante, but you're missing like 2/3 of the most popular releases in that case. So my point is, a lot of the Case J stuff has been very hard to get. Okay, that's simply put, has not hit Target stores, hasn't hit any United States store in full except for Fred Meyer's, which is a regional store. Like, I don't have any around me. It's not the same as Meyer. It's Fred Meyer's, right? Yeah, I know, it's weird. But yeah, not in Australia, not in Canada. I think it might have hit somewhere in the United Kingdom, and obviously still in Greece. There's my rundown, Case J. Now, to my specific story here, because I'm anxious and because I love you guys, I want to review stuff for you guys as soon as possible. I pretty much got all of the Case J cars from a Greek seller on eBay back in early July, well, late July and early August, okay? My first order of that stuff, which had the meat in it, it had the meat, it had the eggs, it had the mashed potatoes, it had the full course meal. That had Dana, Bertha, Revni, Bling Bling McQueen, Kabuto, tied up in customs. No update on the tracking number since August 11th. I have no idea what's going on with it. It got over here in Chicago, and it's just been chilling in customs since August 11th with no update. Perhaps it's lost. I don't know what's going on. Need to figure that out. Fingers crossed, pray for me. But then a couple days later, I actually placed a subsequent order from that same seller for these 3 boys here and girl, 2 boys and girl, because I wanted to have the full case and do the case review for you guys, even though these are pretty boring, okay? And sure enough, even though they were ordered after my original order, they arrived. I mean, of course, right? Of course. It's not like these ones could have gotten lost. I mean, I would have much preferred if these got lost. I mean, right? I'd rather have in my hand right now Bertha and Dana, because I could show you them in the gig hall. I could review them separately, and we'd have a good time. Instead, you have me ranting here about United States Postal Service. And yeah, they might have lost all the good stuff from Case J. There might be several less of those now in the world because of the United States Postal Service. But either way, we can now celebrate that I have 3 of the most boring cars from the case to show you guys here. Yeah, at least they came. But yeah, this is, I think, the first Thailand release of Dexter Hoover, so I guess that's a plus. Not sure if I'll review him, but there you go. There's a nice look at him. He's got the checkered flag. Now, unfortunately, they still haven't corrected his model like they did with Chris Revstopski. They gave her the correct truck model, and then they put the flag on her tire. They should have done that with Dexter, because when they went from China to Thailand with Chris Revstopski, that is when the change occurred. But as you can see here, when they went from China to Thailand with Dexter Hoover, they did not do that change, which is mind-boggling to me, because it would be an easy repaint of Chris Revstopski, which he already did. Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood. I'm in a very vitriol-centric mood right now. But yeah, there you have Dexter Hoover. Now, at least these are on international card, which makes them somewhat exciting. Like, you won't find these, like, when and if they do show up in the United States, which, again, like I said, some have in the Walmart 12-count case, Fred Meyer's, reseller, hopefully Give Me Collectibles soon. They'll have, like, you know, your typical card back with other ones you can collect. The international card backs here just have the car you're holding, which ends up being pretty unique. It ends up being one of the only ways you actually see the stock image of the character. Because otherwise, like, for example, Bertha Butherswagen, well, okay, that's an exception. Let's go with Jay with VR headset. Jay with VR headset never appeared on anyone else's card back, right? So the only way you could have seen his image is through the international card of himself, right? So hopefully that made sense. It's kind of lofty. Most people don't care about that stuff, but some people do. Now, Kathy Copter received her first Thailand release in 2021, so that's not too exciting. I'm not really too big of a supporter that they did Ron Hover and Kathy Copter, the 2 helicopters, in 2021, and then again in 2022. Seems a bit excessive. Barry DePedal's back. He used to peg warm quite a bit back in the day. But I do remember everyone was so excited because he was also in that Next Gen Racers 4-pack with Flipped Over. So he was pretty rare, but then they re-released him a bunch and now no one cares. Oh, look at that. I just rhymed. That was awesome. He used to be pretty rare, but when they released him a bunch of times, no one really cared. Oh man, I could feel a song coming on. Yeah, you can also see that the card's really screwed up. That's because the Greek seller did not ship them properly. Even though I told him to, and I gave him a lot of business. Cry, cry, cry. Anyways, here's something to be excited about. This is actually rather old, but I decided to include it here because I haven't shown you guys. But this is the extremely rare Tomica Shoot to the Roki team set. That's the only way you can get a a die-cast, I don't know where that came from, a die-cast version of the Shoot to the Roki Pity, whose name is Kick, K-I-K. There he is in there. Now, he's a little bit bigger than regular Pities from Mattel, which is actually ironic because of the fact that Tomica cars are technically scaled less than Mattel. They're 164 instead of 165 or 155. So you'd think that the Pity would be smaller, but scale gets a little wonky when you get into the extremes. When you get into the small stuff, usually it's too big, and when you get to the big stuff, it's too small. Like Tomica Mac is way, way too small. Yeah, they don't do haulers too well in terms of scale. I mean, they look nice, but... So yeah, in that sense, he looks really good with the Mattel stuff. Actually, I won't be opening this up, though, because of how rare it is. It's also the only place you can get a Tomica Magmatsu with the headset. The one sold separately does not have that headset, but I do think Shoot to the Roki is sold separately. I don't think the expression's any different either. But yeah, the Mattel Shoot to the Roki Pity was canceled several years ago, so that's made this a very desirable set to get. And I actually got a prototype of this guy, which I will hopefully show in a future Giga haul, or maybe later on in this video. We'll see if he comes soon enough. But yeah, I do have a prototype of Kick here, the Shoot to the Roki Pity. But yeah, there you go. Everything is in Japanese, so I can't really read it to you guys, but don't think it really matters. I think it probably just says Shoot to the Roki, Magmatsu, and Kick. Collect them all, right? Yay. Alright, let's see what's in this box. Alright, this is from Give Me Collectibles, actually. Just sniped his eBay store and saw something he listed, which is pretty interesting. Nothing too exciting. It's just the rubber tire. I was like, is that rubber tires? Yeah, I was like, okay, they are. Like, they kind of feel plastic, but no, they rubber. They rubber. So if you guys remember in 2018 when Mattel did those scavenger hunt cars, and there was that one case that had rubber tire Jackson, rubber tire Cal Weathers, rubber tire Cruz Ramirez, rubber tire Chick Hicks with the piston cup accessory, which is the only place you can get just a regular Cars 3 Chick without the headset. That case ended up being pretty rare, although its first stint, it was super rare, but then it was kind of re-released at like Meijer stores and whatnot, and that became pretty common, especially since no one really cares about the rubber tire versions here. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to have this one loose since I don't really anticipate me opening up any of the ones I have. And so yeah, I'm surprised that Give Me Collectibles even realized that this was a rubber tire version, because they look like plastic tires. They feel a little rubbery though, and you could tell, like I could tell from this angle they're rubber because of the extra width on them, but from down here, can't really tell. So that's pretty cool. He's in great condition as well, so it was a nice little pickup, nice little addition to the collection. Some nice card. Yeah, some nice bubble wrap. There you go, Disney Docket. Alright, I think we got some more customs in here, which I'm pretty excited about. We're going to save that one. We're going to do this one first. Ooh, it's pink. What could it be, guys? This is from a good friend of mine. And we have a Tank Coat Crew Chief. Now, it's not per se accurate to Cars 1. We do get a glimpse of his crew chief, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of like Skip Richter's model, kind of like that sedan. But whoever made this custom used Artie, which is totally fine. I think they did a nice job. Like, the paint is super well done. They even painted the rims, which look nice. My only qualm about it is the fact that the decals, for whatever reason, are really yellowed. Now, I bought it because I thought, it was a good deal and all that, but I probably wouldn't have gone too crazy for it just because, yeah, the decals are a little yellowed. Like, that's not pure white. So I don't know if it was displayed in the sun or something, or the decals were just poor quality. I also, if I was making this, I'd put like their number on the side doors, because I think that's usually how most crew chiefs go. Yep. You have like the logo on the hood and then the numbers on the side. But still, yeah, pretty good. I don't know. That license plate is so blurry. That's like Thailand times 10. But yeah, even the expression looks really nice. Like the paint and everything, super well done. It's just the decals. Like if you brand those, if you make those pure white, this is a really, really solid custom. I'd give it probably like an 8 out of 10 if those were white decals, but it probably sits at like a 5 right now for me. But yeah, it will look nice, and I don't have any Tank Coat team members besides Jerry Drivechain, who Mattel did. Now this one I'm more excited about because I think it's a better quality custom. It's a pity. You guys can guess who it is. Oh, get a sneak peek. See, this is why I open the boxes ahead of time, because even by doing that and trying to accelerate this process here, it still takes a lot of work to get all these out of the bubble wrap and whatnot. And lo and behold, it's a Gasprin Pity, which is really nicely done. I love the expression here. Like the eyes are really well done. The only thing I would say about him is that whoever like cut these decals, cut them a little unevenly. You could see a little white trim around there. But again, I got a pretty good deal on this, and it's really well done overall. I wonder what kind of pity he used, because it looks like, yeah, I think he painted everything. You know, some of the customizers will leave like one of the parts, or like, all right, so pities are like two-tone, you know, you'll have like the base and hat color, and then you'll have the middle color. A lot of customizers will pick one to just leave as is and then paint the rest, you know, and just calculate it and think ahead. Like, oh, what Piston Cup team could I manipulate to, you know, look like it? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you take the orderly pities from Rescue Squad Mater. They have that really interesting light teal paint, and then you just paint the top and bottom, and you get a Vuezine pity, essentially. I have that, right? So you'll see that soon as well. And so, yeah. However, though, whoever did this one did a nice job, and I'm pretty sure they painted everything, including the wheels right here as well. So nicely done. Hopefully you see this in an upcoming Piston Cup Teams video, even though I don't have much to show for Gasprin. Let me look up there. I don't even think I have a crew chief for him. I do have the hauler, and you guys know I have the canceled semi from the Canceled Car Tuesday episode, but I don't have a whole lot else, so maybe I'll try and get something. I don't know. We'll see. Can't really get much more, I guess, besides that. I think I do have a crew chief, actually. Never mind. Yeah, we're definitely going to do a Team Gasprin, because I do have the crew chief. All right, up next here, we have a Battle Force 5 package. Now, I didn't know I was getting this one in particular, because I ordered this stuff, and then the seller was like, hey, I got really sick. I forgot to send, or whatever. You know, I got really sick. I didn't send the stuff out, so I included something extra. I had no idea what it is, and it turns out to be a Fangor V2. This is the second version of the Fangor that is far rarer than the first one. And this is the vehicle that Callis uses during most of Season 2 of Battle Force 5. And you guys know I absolutely love this show. And I will be doing a video showcasing like my update on what I've collected since my last Battle Force 5 video. I'm really looking forward to doing that video because I'm really proud actually of how much I've been able to complete my collection since that video in like December or January of, well, either of last year or this year, you know what I'm saying. I think I almost have everything I want. There's like 2 things I would like, and you know, obviously we'll talk about that when the time comes. But yeah, thanks to the seller. I think his name's like Zazerbeth or something. Great seller. I honestly didn't care. Like when I'm at school, you could take forever. You could take as long as you want to send me the stuff for the most part. I mean, not like forever. Like I don't mean that literally, but like take your time. I don't really need it in a rush. Sometimes when I'm at home, you know, I'm like, well, I really want to review this car. I want to get this video out before I head back to school because then I'm screwed, you know. I can't do a video on it. But when I'm at school, it really doesn't matter. It really does not matter as long as it eventually comes. So here's what I actually ordered, and these are extremely rare. It's the 143 scale versions of the Tangler, and you'll see in here the chopper with moving parts. So this is one of the series that they did. You know, you had your diecast series, you had the larger ones, and you had these ones, and there were a couple pullbacks in there as well. But the ones here with moving parts, in the final wave, it was these three right here, the Chopper, Tangler, and Zendril. They were in the last wave, and they were extremely rare. Now, the Zendril is one of the most like god tier items for the Battle Force 5 hobby because it's the only way you can get that vehicle. Like all these other ones, they're available in other formats, namely the diecast 155, 164 scale diecast. But the Zendril is not. They never did a diecast version of him. They actually canceled that one. So that's what makes this one rarer than these two, even though they all produced the same. So yeah, I got the Tangler here, which is awesome. You'll see this in my collection update video. And I got the Chopper. Yeah, unfortunately, was not able to get the Zendril. But hopefully one day I will. Considering how much I've been able to expand my collection in just like a year. Like I didn't have really much of the rare stuff at the time of that first video, and now I have pretty much all of it besides the Zendril and a couple other things. I'm confident that, you know, give me like several years and I'll have all of it. I mean, I'm in no rush, right? I'll be here forever. I'll be here for a while. I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, right? I'll be here for a while and I'll be able to watch for any opportunities that pop up as people sell their collections and whatnot. But yeah, here you have the Chopper. These are actually really cool. Like, I'd love to open one up. I'm not going to do that, but I'd love to because you can replicate how these actually look in the show. The articulation on the Tangler there, and then the flying capabilities on the Chopper. Really cool stuff. Again, love the show. One of my absolute favorites. It actually is, like, legit. You know, it stacks up against The Walking Dead and shows like that. All right, here we got some factory customs from China. These are actually going to be really exciting, especially the second one. This one's okay. This one's really not that different from... What is going on with this spoiler there? This is really not that different from your regular silver Lightning McQueen, but it indeed is a factory custom. You can see quite a few differences. A lot more green, like this green outline around there. The green outline around the flames. Really transparent windows there. Flatter decals there. Slightly different expression, slightly different finish. And yeah, a spoiler that's way tipped up. I'm surprised it's even like held in place there. I'm not going to mess with it. It feels pretty firm, but it's clearly like not correctly stamped in there. Yeah, a lot more green. Look at that American flag. That looks so bad. But yeah, I thought this was, you know, an interesting factory custom to pick up. I like the finish. Like the silver finish is really nice, actually. I love how there's so much green on like all of the decals here. It's really odd. But yeah, pretty cool. Nothing too exciting, but it was worth picking up. What's really exciting, though, are these guys. These guys might even warrant their own video just because of how awesome they are. Or at least I hope so. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. A metallic HJ Hollis. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, so the green is somewhat metallic, like it has a little sparkle in the paint right there, but what we're really looking at here are all the purple patches, which are like a metallic lavender. Just a gorgeous finish on this vehicle. I don't even know if the factory customizers were going for a metallic look here, because they even got it on the spoiler here. Wow. Because you guys know, factory customs, like they'll sometimes make something that's like clearly they're going for a different type of car here. You know, like when they do green Lightning McQueen or they do Lightning McQueen in the Belgium flag or whatever. Like they're going for that. Like that's their intention. They're like, we're going to make this. Mattel never made this. It's going to be our factory custom exclusive, right? But there are other times, you know, like when they make Security Guard Thin Missile, right? They're trying to emulate the Mattel version. Like they want it to look as close as possible to the Mattel version because they're making like a counterfeit. I mean, that's what these are. They're counterfeits. They aren't legit from Mattel, but they're engineered and designed to look like they're legit from Mattel. But with Security Guard Finn, you know, they're, again, emulating, but you could tell it's slightly different. They're doing that with a lot. I mean, they've done all the main characters like Doc, Cruz, whatever. You can go on and on. They've factory customized all of like the normal standard releases. And I'm almost thinking that they got to HJ Hollis here and were like, let's make some of him. And then it just happened to pop out metallic. Like, I don't give the factory customizers much credit because they seem to be pretty silly. I mean, the way they name some of the cars, like Tractor Uncle Cow. And like, I'm not hating on them because I know there's a language barrier there. But like, even when I'm dealing with them, I could tell, I don't know, they just don't really care that much. Like, I don't even know if they've even seen the Cars movies, right? And so I don't think they're like, all right, guys, let's meet. We're going to meet in our conference room. We're going to discuss what factory customs we want to do next. And they're brainstorming like, all right, let's do a Green Cars One Lane McQueen. Let's do Rusty's Racing Wrap Mater. Let's do Rusty's Racing Wrap Red and Sally. And it's like, all right, and here's going to be our Super Chase factory custom. Let's do a metallic HJ House. Like, I don't think that's what they're going for. I honestly think they're just trying to replicate like a regular metallic HJ Hollis, and the closest they had to that purple just happened to be like this metallic purple, and it came out gorgeous. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful factory custom. It's probably one of their best that they've ever done. This one might even end up being one of the rarer factory customs. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying, but basically, I don't think they intended to make like a metallic HJ Hollis. I think they just wanted to make a HJ Hollis, and it happened to come out metallic. It's just like when they're trying to make a security guard Fimic missile and the expression pops out a little different. It's like when they sat down or whatever, which I don't even think they have a conference room, they're not like, all right, guys, let's make a security guard Fim, but let's change up the expression a little bit. I think we'll get some more collectors to buy it. Like, I think their main goal is just to make an HJ Hollis. So, but yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section below what you think about that. It is pretty cool nonetheless. But this is also pretty cool, and it is a package from a good friend of mine, Astro Smokey from Australia. The only place that this new Mini Racers 10-pack has been found. And yeah, yay, I love buying 10-packs with only one new release. And it is the Gold Cruisin' Lightning McQueen. You guys probably won't see this guy in a Mini Racer unboxing for a while, just because I literally have none others to unbox at the moment. Like, he's literally the only Mini Racer that I have in box right now. But hopefully in a couple months when they release some more 3-packs and some more of the on-the-road stuff, you'll see a review of him. But yeah, this is the best you're going to get right now. He looks really cool. Like, don't get me wrong, this is an awesome release. Never did I think they would do this random exclusive. I mean, you guys know how this version was released 155 scale, right? It was in the like DVD Blu-ray exclusive that also had a metallic Rescue Squad Mater. I mean, it just is so random. Like, you can't make that stuff up. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. This packaging also reveals we're getting the highly anticipated, long-awaited Mini Racer Carbon Shoe to the Roki. So yeah, I'm going to go on a mini rant. I've ranted a lot today already, and I don't like doing that, but Mattel, why are you releasing the Carbon Shoe to the Roki before the regular Shoe to the Roki? All right, let's also be clear. You've done how many World Grand Prix racers? You've done Francesco, McQueen, Carlo Veloso, and Raul Cerrol. You have 7 more that you could release. Okay, you have 7 more. Why are we already getting into TROC, Transcontinental Race of Champions Series variations? Why are we already diving into Carbon stuff? I mean, who knows? They could release the Carnival shoe next. I mean, this is just absolutely ludicrous in my opinion. I really hope that this is like some sort of air and it actually ends up being the regular shoe. And I'm not even like touching on the fact that it's included in a 15er. A 15-pack here, like, Jesus. Why? You're making us buy all these again. Now, there is Radiator Springs Ramon in here, so if you didn't buy it from this Giga pack, you can now get it in this Giga R pack. I mean, there's some good stuff in here, but I think that's pretty stupid, especially because it's the Carbon version. Again, could be a mistake, but I don't know. They certainly animated it to be the Carbon version. Like, that is Carbon for sure. And then you can see some of the other 3-packs that they've released recently here on the back, all of which have been available at the United States Target stores. But yeah, Golden Cruisin' Lightning McQueen. There you have it. Alright guys, I'm going to see if I get some stuff over the next couple days here. I'll include those clips, but that is all I have right now. I'm pretty confident there'll be another clip after this though, so not saying goodbye. We're back, and I have a couple more items to show you guys before we end off Giga Haul episode 8. And as I preluded to earlier, this is the Tomica Shoot to the Roki Pity prototype. Very cool. It's got some Sharpie marks right there. Now, a lot of people say when they see Sharpie marks like that, somebody could have just scribbled those on there. It might not be a legitimate prototype, but I got this from a very reliable source, and there are other components that definitely lead me to believe it's a prototype, like this drill bit back here. This is another indicator on both Tomica and Mattel stuff that it is a prototype. Now, I wouldn't take it 100% every time, but if you have a couple factors, including that one, and they all add up, you know, it very well could be a prototype. And you can see here that he has a black cap instead of the red and black one. But yeah, I always love looking at this Pity because his hat is just like, it must be an absolute windstorm because it is like, it is way up there. It's really bending upwards. But yeah, pretty nice. No markings on the base at all. And very narrow forks, which is pretty interesting because it's a larger Pity and yet it's also a smaller scale, so it's all over the place. Staying on the Pity train here, actually we'll save that one for last. We're going to go here to this factory custom sky blue metallic Lightning McQueen without eyes or decals. Kind of hard to describe this one. Like if you asked me to describe this car in like 5 words, I'd struggle with it. Because it's a factory custom, okay? It's a Lightning McQueen, but it doesn't have any decals. So is it like a factory custom prototype, or did they intend for it to be like this? All I know is that it's gorgeous. Like the finish of this paint is absolutely immaculate. It's a very unique finish too. You can kind of see it's grainy, but in a good way, not like bad grainy from Thailand, like grainy decals. Like this is a nice texture almost. It looks really real. Really real. Like it just looks legit. I like it a lot. I've seen these before online, and so to finally get my hands on some of these, I'm really happy. It's got just regular Lightning McQueen parts, just the metal body is different. You know, you got the window bars and the tires and the base. That's all the same. Even the base markings. But yeah, this shade of blue is just absolutely stunning. And similarly here, we have a gold Piston Cup Racer. This one's probably my favorite because the gold, I said that was metallic, that was brilliant. This is splendiferous, absolutely pulchritudinous. Had to whip out the thesaurus for this guy. Just kidding, I know those words. Truly I did. I truly did, guys, I truly did. So I don't know if this is like a Motor Speedway of the South base, because I feel like that's a very iconic date stamping there. He also has the white window bars as like an Apple Mac iCar would, but obviously it's not like they used one of those for this. But yeah, really cool. I love how clearly you could see the eyelid right there, right? Back when they used to do the raised eyelids and now they're all flat. Well, they were all flat, then we got Thailand, and now the eyes are completely separate pieces anyways. But again, just a beautiful car. Let's zoom in here so you guys could just dive into the gold. This honestly reminds me of in Thor Love and Thunder when they're in, what's it called, Omnipotent City, and all of the Olympians there bled gold. Like that is literally what this reminds me of. I'm not even kidding, and I'm really proud of myself for making that connection, and I hope you get the reference. But Thor Love and Thunder actually comes on Disney Plus the same day that Cars on the Road drops. And you guys know exactly what I'll be watching. Absolutely not Thor Love and Thunder. I'll be watching Cars on the Road, of course. Thor Love and Thunder was not even in like my top 15 favorite Marvel movies. And that's rare. Like everything that they've been making, I'm like, okay, that's top 10. Okay, that's top 5. Like Eternals, Spider-Man Homecoming. All right, so yeah, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That's like a top 15 one for me, but it was still okay. And then you have Moon Knight, which I absolutely adore. Miss Marvel, not really for me, but I can't not praise it. It's still a phenomenal show, and I've been enjoying She-Hulk. So I just, you know, I'm a happy guy. I like what they give me. Just feed me. I'm happy. But Thor Love and Thunder was a little disappointing. All right, here we go. Last but definitely not least is a custom Vuezine Pity. Also, I alluded to this earlier by talking about the orderly pity, that you just leave this part, because this is, just regular Mattel paint, and then you paint the top and the bottom. It's smart. You could leave the tires, you leave the base, and bam, you got the perfect color scheme for fusing. So very wise, and you could do that with a lot of them, especially ones that have black centers, like Leakless. Wait, no, that one's the yellow center. Who has a black center? Oh, No Stall. Yeah, No Stall. There you go. That's it, Disney Docket. All right. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching Giga Haul episode 8. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if this is like a cocky thing to do, but let me know in the comment section below, what was your favorite score of mine? I don't know, that feels weird. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, definitely look forward to more Giga Haul episodes in the near future, just because I'm back at school. So, when I come home, there should be a hill, maybe a mountain of packages that I can unbox and deem it a Giga Haul. This one was pretty long, but more me just talking than showing stuff off. The first few Giga Hauls, those were like Giga Hauls, and now it's been, I don't know, I don't want to say it. I mean, that's kind of, I don't want to demean my own show or anything, but just being straight with you guys. I wish I had more stuff, but I just don't. So yeah, guys, all right, I'll see you next time. Bye now.